Warning: this video contains opinions and strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. So, being sick has put me in a foul mood, and thus inspired me to make this top 8 video on things I don't want to see in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now, these are my opinions, and everyone is welcome to their own opinions. It's all about keeping an open mind. Also, there will be some strong language in the video, and if you are incapable of tolerating swearing, well then, I guess cover your ears, because here we go. Number 8. Less rivals. I already covered this in my top 5 hopes for Pokemon Sun and Moon's rivals, so I won't spend too much time on this. I just want less rivals. You can watch this video here if you haven't seen it yet. Number 7. HMs have always been a pain in the ass. All but 2 or 3 of them are worth anything, and the rest are just a nuisance. I know it's a key part in the game, and they are there to stop us from progressing further without doing story stuff, but I wish they weren't mandatory for progression, or better yet, just make them forgettable. It's not like HMs disappear. We can use them again if needed. Number 6. Just stop handing us legendary. Now, I'm not talking about the ones that have higher catch rates. Those have higher catch rates for a reason. It's part of the story that you have that Pokemon to fight with, like in Black and White with N versus U, with Zekrom and Reshiram. That was the whole story. And then the high catch rate in X and Y with Yveltal and Xerneas, again, that was part of the story, catching them and using them to stop Lysander. People need to stop bitching about that. What I mean is in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, where instead of fighting the Pokemon, you were just given Latios or Latias. No fight, here you go. That shit I hated. I don't want that ever again. Number 5. Stop with the fucking shiny locked Pokemon. Just stop. What would it hurt to be able to catch one of those Pokemon as shinies? Now, this is coming from me being a collector. That's what I would classify myself as in the Pokemon games. And shinies are my trophies. So just stop with locking them in their normal colors. Please, let me just waste hours soft resetting to have a chance to run in with a shiny legendary Pokemon. Number 4. Wrap up the loose ends. This is mostly targeting X and Y, but what happened to Geosange Town? Like, it went from this, to this, then to a giant hole in the town. Was it rebuilt? Was it abandoned because there was a mass grave of Team Flyer beneath them? What happened? Oh, speaking of graves, what happened to Lysander? Did he die when the super weapon was destroyed and the rest of Team Flyer Blaze was blown to shit? Is he alive since using the super weapon curses the user with immortality? What happened? Oh, and lastly, where on the Pokemon Earth does Coroway Town train station go? Really? Where does it go? That's just a few of the loose ends from X and Y. Here's to hoping Sun and Moon is connected to X and Y and we get some answers. Number 3. No more firefighting starters. Seriously. I love all the starters, no matter what they are, they're all awesome. But 3 of the 6 starters are fire and fighting. And thanks to the almighty Arceus, we got something different in X and Y. I hope this trend continues and we see something different than their favored firefighting type. Number 2. For the love of God, please do not lock any more important items or Pokemon behind stupid social features. We saw this in Gen 4 with Spiritomb, where we had to meet 50 people down in the underground before he could be summoned to fight. 50 people? Where the hell are Pokemon fans supposed to meet 50 people? Thankfully, they didn't need to all be different people, and with some time and patience, this could be achieved in a few hours with a friend and constantly entering and exiting the underground. But it's what they did in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire that pushed me over the edge. In order to get the item Garchompite, you had to collect 1,000 flags from secret bases. Now that was the most bullshit thing I have ever seen in my life. Even if you could collect 100 flags a day, that would still be 10 days worth of work running around Hoenn collecting flags. I still haven't done this in my copies of the game, and I don't ever plan on doing it since I can just trade over my Garchompite from X and Y. At number 1, you see this right here? This is Ash Greninja. A special form Greninja can take upon reaching a special bond with its trainer, much like at Mega Evolution. I have nothing wrong with this coming to the game, and I would love for this form of Greninja to come into the game. but for some reason everyone and their mothers think this game, the crystals from the logo of the Japanese Sun and Moon, and lesser-known manga called Rebirth are connected. People are thinking that Ash Greninja is a burst evolution in which a trainer takes on the form of the Pokemon trapped inside the Burst Heart Crystal, and that this form of evolution is coming to Pokemon Sun and Moon. Well, no, it fucking isn't. First off, the crystal and the logo looks nothing like the Burst Heart. They look like the artificial Burst Heart gems created by the evil team in the manga. Second, why the hell would the Pokemon Company take a concept from a lesser-known manga and shoehorn it into a main series game? And third, Ash Greninja is not a burst evolution. If that was the case, Ash would be taking the form of Greninja, not the other way around. The only reason this form of Greninja exists was to give Ash some kind of boost going up against Mega Pokemon. Also, it has great sellability in the toyline for the Pokemon Company. If it comes to the game, that will be a Mega Greninja or it won't come at all. These were the 10 things I would hate to see come to Pokemon Sun and Moon. I hope you all enjoyed this video, as I had a blast coming up with it and letting loose without filtering myself. But on a more somber note, the Pokemon Company lost a great artist this Sunday. Eric Medali lost his life in an accident during the windstorm last Sunday in Seattle, Washington. He was a design director for the Pokemon Company International and was the artist behind every international TCG logo. He was also the designer of the Dream Radar logo and worked on every game since Heart Gold and Soul Silver. My condolences to his family and friends. He will be remembered by all the beautiful work he has done on the games we love so much. This has been Black Phoenix. Thanks for watching.